and fitness coach, there's usually 5 things that I focus on when I'm working with a client. And those 5 things often are mindset, nutrition, exercise, self-care, and sleep. All of those things can be affected by one main thing. Now, one main thing, see if you can guess it. All right, if you haven't guessed, that one thing is stress. Let's talk about it. So, the first thing that I focus on with people is their mindset. Now, when life is busy and we're stressed out and everything seems overwhelming, it is probably one of the hardest times to have a positive mindset. When you're feeling overwhelmed, you can't be like, oh, everything's great and merry and I feel positive. And, it's really, really hard to focus on the things you need to do, to talk to yourself in a kind way, to look at the good things that are happening in your life. So when stress is high, like having a positive mindset, working on your mindset can be a really difficult thing. The next thing is the nutrition. Now, I don't expect anyone to eat like perfectly. I think we have to have some flexibility in our diets. But when you are stressed, 2 things usually happen. One, oftentimes people feel stressed and they don't eat enough. Or two, people feel stressed and they start emotionally eating and they begin to overeat. So if you don't get your stress in check, if you're not cognizant of it and doing things to help reduce stress in your life, it's going to affect your nutrition. The next one is exercise. Now, this can go both ways. I do sometimes find that when people are feeling stressed, a workout can actually be a great stress release. However, sometimes different things can happen. So some people get in this freeze mode where they're like stressed and they can't get themselves to do anything. So, at the end of the day, instead of de-stressing, they just like sit and scroll on social media or watch TV and they think that's de-stressing, but it's actually not, because it's just kind of putting your brain on pause. So the workout kind of gets like thrown to the side and the workout never happens because you're in this like freeze mode. Now, for some other people, they may use their workout to deal with their stress, but they may use it like not in a healthy way, right? They may overwork out, or they may be overtired and, working out too much, and then they end up putting too much stress on their body. And then really, I do find that like people are able to use a good workout to de-stress. And I know for myself, one of the main reasons I work out isn't just like aesthetic reasons. It's more for my mental health than anything else. Thing is sleep. I really work with clients so that they can learn how to have like a nighttime routine so they're getting enough sleep. Don't have enough sleep, it impacts us in so many ways. Now, how is stress related to that? Again, when you're stressed and you're worried, cortisol's high. So when you're trying to go to sleep at night, oftentimes people struggle getting a good night's sleep because they're stressed and they're just ruminating and thinking about all the things that they're stressed about. Not having enough sleep really has an impact on your health. So learning to manage your stress or find ways to help yourself to de-stress throughout the day is going to be key. And the last thing I work on usually with clients is self-care, right? So this is definitely related to stress, because if you're not finding ways to care for yourself, if you're not finding ways to re-energize yourself, if you're not finding ways to like feel good through self-care, then you're gonna be stressed. And oftentimes I find this is a thing, especially like for busy moms, right? That's usually like the type of client that I work with, because I am a busy mom myself. We put everything else ahead of us. We put everyone's needs ahead of us. And when you have kids, you kind of can't help it. But really, if you want to live a healthy life, finding time for self-care, and that doesn't just mean like going to get your hair and nails done. It means like finding things that like fill you up, that help you to relax, that make you feel good. And in fact, like self-care can be ways to de-stress. So I find this is the thing that's hardest for people to incorporate into their life. Not finding time for self-care, you're going to be stressed, and that's going to impact your health. So bottom line is, your health is really going to be impacted by stress, and finding ways to de-stress during the day is going to be so important. So what are some things that you can do? Even taking 5 minutes to focus on your breathing can actually help to calm your body. So taking a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, and really focus on doing that, really can bring like an overwhelming sense of calm to your body. Some people do like to meditate. It can be really hard for some people to sit with the quiet, but like sometimes listening to like a 5-minute meditation can be really helpful. Some people find reading like can help them to de-stress if it's something that you enjoy. Well, working out can also be a great stress release as long as you're using it in like a healthy way. And then for me, this acupressure mat has been like the best thing I've added into my routine. 5 to 10 minutes, I just lie on this and I literally feel like the stress melt away, and it helps to make everything in my life better. If you want to learn more about this, then feel free to drop any questions below. But for me, this has been such a great addition. But regardless, like dealing with the stress in your life is going to help you to live a healthier, happier life.